One of the hardest colors to buff out is black. And reason being is because black shows everything. Any little nick, any little line, any little scratch, you name it, black will show it. This is the Dean Icon X. Just got done doing the buffing on it. And if you can see around the glare at the top of the body, you don't see a tape line, and if there was a tape line, the glare would show it. So this has just got buffed out, wet sanded, and you can see my knuckles. Are nice and smooth on the edge of the black, and they're not distorting in any way. Now, if you really want to see what comes out and looks like glass, the before picture of this, and here's the after. The doors are not distorted at all. The lines are nice and straight. No waves, no nothing. Up until you get to the body cut, then things kind of change a little bit, the belly cut. But yeah, this is like glass. And like I said, the hardest thing to buff out is black. Now the haziness that you're seeing right now is coming from the light, but I tell you, this thing is like unfreaking real. And it's like that all the way around the body. And you can see my hand and my knuckles on the edge of the black, part of my face. Everything is nice and smooth. Now to do some assembly. Alright, so I have a little bit of some unboxing to do and some show and tell. So I'm going to get started over here and open up a few. This is one of them here. Feels like it's packed really good. This came, I don't know why it's got Tessie switch on it, but probably just a spare box that the seller had to pack this in. Alright, so here's number one. This is a micro amp from Joyo. Now I've been looking for a small amp that I could put on the counter over here instead of having to hook up the guitar to the computer all the time, which is, you know, sitting on the side of me over there. I can just plug it into this to test guitars. And my other amps, I have the Katana, and then I have the Line 6. Those are sitting in the other room, so it's like wheeling them into here just to do a little bit of a test to make sure everything is working properly. It just seems to be a little bit more than a pain in the ass than it ought to be. So I got this. Eliminate that pain in the ass a little bit. So this will be sitting on the counter, and it'll end up just being used for, you know, whatever I can use it for as far as testing guitars go. It's small enough, it shouldn't be in the way. Soon I'll be rearranging everything inside of here. My computer will be off to the right of me in the corner and away from all of the action that happens on this countertop, giving me more counter space to be able to work on guitars without having to cover up a bunch of stuff as I'm doing it. So pretty simple. It's nothing really fancy. It does come with a little bit of a strap that goes on the sides over here. So you have a clean and overdrive, you have a gain, you got your tone control, volume control, and an AUX and headphones in. So you could plug in a speaker, or not a speaker, but a MP3 player or something. It takes a bunch of, what are these, AAA batteries you can run this thing off of. It does come with a wall wart for, you know, plugging it in, which I'll probably be using that more than anything. Now this has a I want to say is probably a 4.5 inch driver in it with a passive radiator. And if you don't know what a passive radiator is, basically it is a non-existing speaker with a diaphragm. So there is no magnet, there is no voice coil, there's no spider. Well, there might be a spider on it, because some of them I have seen with spiders, but without the coil and a magnet. So it's basically a small basket with a diaphragm in front of it. And what that does is that helps out with low frequencies. Now this has got a real nice surround, rubber surround on the edge of the speaker. Also, the speaker has a horn on the dust cap, so that'll help with other frequencies as far as higher frequencies go. So this could be used, probably, I'm surprised it doesn't have Bluetooth on it. Yeah, it doesn't have, I don't think it has Bluetooth on it, so yeah, it would have the Bluetooth insignia on the back over here, so it does not have it. But yeah, so this is kind of a nice little amplifier for testing shit, and you know, if need to be, I can end up you know, using it for something else if I want to. Get a pair of these. Well, no, I say if I got a pair of these, I could Bluetooth them, and but no, that ain't gonna happen. So I can get rid of this box. Move this off to the side. And in this box here, I ended up picking up some parts for another build that I'm going to end up doing, which I'll be showing that build in a bit. Actually, I'll be showing a couple of builds that I'm doing right now. So the ones that are sending me guitars to work on, none of the projects that I am working on right now will get in the way of working on those projects, because the fact of I'll pause what I'm working on to work on somebody else's. So that's not an issue as far as, you know, when the other guitars start coming in over here. So don't worry, guys who are sending, don't worry about it. I will be taking care of you. Alright, they taped this up pretty good. Now, these are a set of signature pickups, brand new in the box, actives, Kerry King. They'll be going into the next unboxing that I'll be doing right now. Alright, so here's part of the box, and I'm going to open it right now. Pull out what's inside of here. Now I have another guitar body coming that I'll be doing some lace work on. I have another guitar that I'm going to be doing some lace work on. I picked up a lot of lace and I want to use it and get rid of it, so instead of sitting around over here, I can end up just utilizing everything and getting rid of what I don't need. You know, this paper here that these guys send stuff in is really good for when you're doing painting and stuff. I save a lot of it, but right now I don't need it, so in the garbage goes. Alright, so let me get this out. Alright, so they wrapped this really, really well. A plus for packing. And what do they use? A bunch of plastic bags in here? Or just extra parts? This feels like maybe extra parts. That feels like the bridge. Alright, cool. They wrapped up the bridge. Now I probably won't be using this bridge. I'll probably be putting a roller bridge on this. But it is a nice one. It is not the one with the wire going across over here. It's not spring loaded at all between the saddle and the shell of the, or body of the bridge. But these are still decent. They're not bad. Alright, so somebody had some fun with some plastic wrap. turning fun. All right, here we go. All right, so this is a Schecter. I believe this is the Diamond Series Schecter. And I bought this as a husk. It's in fairly good shape. Some scratches here and there, but it's in a very good shape. Nice inlay flame work on it. Body looks pretty good. It's not all like messed up or anything else. Still has the sticker on it. It's got the battery box here. String through. A little bit of scuffing on it. Not that big of a deal. Grover tuners on it. I probably, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll replace those. Maybe I won't. I don't know yet. Nice feel on the neck. No broken cracking or anything else on around the headstock. Nothing on the body as well. Everything seems to be pretty solid. And what I'll be doing is I'll be putting these pickups into this body here because it's already got a battery cut on it. Now I can see that somebody did some chewing up over here on one of the volume holes. This is the 3-way switch. These two are probably volume and tone, and I will end up plugging that and end up refinishing that hole to get it to look really good. Now I was thinking about doing a few things with it, and I'm not too sure if I'm going to do that now because this top, on the picture that I saw on eBay, this top really didn't pop out at you like it does. It actually kind of looks really nice as far as the quilting goes that's on here. So I don't know if I'm going to do any customization on it, but I know I am going to refinish this thing to make this thing look like a brand new guitar again. And then this will be put up on eBay, just like everything else I've been doing. But yeah, this is actually very nice. Feels good. The neck is a little bit on the chunky side, not too bad. Frets don't look like they're in bad shape at all. They don't look like they're worn, and really don't look like they're really worn too bad at all. Yeah, I should be able just to do a dressing on this, and that'll be it. Maybe a leveling and a dressing. But, yeah, so that's that. And did I have anything else? No, I think that was it. So I got a few more things coming, another guitar. I got another Dean that's coming in that I'm going to end up doing some work to. Now, I have a guitar over here that I'm going to end up doing a little bit of customizations to. Now, this is the Jackson, and I believe this is the Minion Jackson, if you want to call it that. What's happening here is, well, I could probably peel this off now. What's happening here is I am filling the hole for the neck pickup, plugging all the holes for the screws, and I'll be sanding this thing down flush. Got rid of the 3-way switch, got rid of the second or the tone control that's on here. This is going to be a string through. I've got pretty much everything for this, including the pickups. And this is the one where I still have to fix that tip a little bit over here, which is not going to be that big of a deal. But this will be getting sanded down nice and smooth. All these controls will be gone. This pickup here will be gone. And I used a deep fill epoxy resin on this. So that's a lot harder, and it doesn't shrink like the other epoxy resins that I use. The other epoxy resin that I've been using will shrink a little bit, but it's great for doing countertops and shit like that. This stuff here is a deep pour. It's a little bit more liquidy. Takes a longer time for it to cure, so you got to be careful with dust and shit getting into it if you're going to do some type of a deep pour on something. So you want to put it someplace where it's not going to be, around the elements. So I got this all plugged up over here. Got it all plugged up over here. I'll be routing this to smooth this out a little bit more. And yeah, so I've got a neck for it. I've got all the parts for this thing. I got different pickup that's going to be going into it. And this will be getting custom paint job as well. I already got the paint ordered, and it should be here, I think, tomorrow. So what I'm going to do with this is, again, utilize the lace that I ended up buying and do a lace wrap on this with a custom color as far as the top color. And the one color that I really liked was that candy orange that I did that base with, that Squire, what was it, that Squire, I can't remember what base it was. But I did a candy apple red or a candy apple orange on there with the lace underneath it, and I really liked the way that color came out, especially in the sun. And the owner of it's really happy with that thing as well. So this is going to get the same thing. Now I thought about maybe just tapering this side over here, because the way this point comes out, there's a little bit more meat on this side, and it's wide here and gets narrow as it goes to here. And this side's the same way. So what I'm going to do is do a pinstriping on here, and then also do the paint as far as the lacing goes. So that'll be kind of cool, hopefully. And I gotta get a hold of my buddy Jeff Lee to make me a Jackson decal to put on this thing. So that'll be all right, you know. All right, man. So you guys take it easy, have a good one, and I will catch up with y'all later.